Hello everyone, Earl here, and welcome to another guide on Warframe Dojo Dueling. Today we'll be tackling the issue of Warframe building. What mods do you use in your Warframe to really bring the best out of them? Let's get into it. First things first, similarly to melee builds, there's no one way to build a Warframe. There's only a main shell. A few type of mods that we're going to list in order of importance, with the number one being utility. Utility mods are mods that help you in duels without directly affecting your statistic, and the most notable one of this group is Rapid Resilience. If Toxin is the main way to deal damage in duels, Rapid Resilience is the main way to tank that damage. It doesn't matter how much you focus on defense, one Toxin proc will kill you, due to it proccing 5 times. With Rapid Resilience, however, it will only proc once. Pretty simple and effective. After that, we run into Knockdowns. Normally, when you get knocked down, it is very easy for your opponent to capitalize on that and kill you, regardless of where he is on the screen, which is why Handspring comes in handy here. It will make it so that your opponent will have a really hard time punishing you even up close in a tight battle. Prime Sure-Footed, however, is advised if you have it, although it is much more expensive, because you will not even get the knockdown effect with this. And now the last mod in this category is Antitoxin. Antitoxin is the most reliable way of countering the toxin, due to it having two main effects. One of them is reducing the damage you take per tick of toxin proc, which is already a really good effect. And the next effect is, due to it dropping the damage of the toxin on your opponent's weapon, your opponent will be less likely to proc toxin on you, and instead will proc an IPS, which just isn't as effective. It is one of the best mods to use in duels right now because everyone is using Toxin for their weapons. Also, this is just uh, a minor cameo, but if you're having trouble against people who use weapons that stagger a lot, like the Jackie Tag, you can use Pain Threshold, although Prime Sure-Footed already does what Handspring and Pain Threshold do combined, but better. So it is up to you. The next category is defense. It is pretty self-explanatory here, but I'll just give you one main tip. Skip the shielding. You don't need shields, because Toxin will just bypass it either way, and you already have shield gating for everything else. Instead, focus on Vitality and Armor mods. These are the only ones that will help against Toxin. However, a few mods that are really important that I am not mentioning are the ones that give reduction on damage. A really notable example is Aerodynamic or Aviator. Aviator being the best of the bunch. It reduces the damage you take by 40% when airborne, which is basically giving you an extra hit depending on how tanky your Warframe is. It will do way more than other simply health or armor bonuses like Prime Vigor, which you can use if you have the space. But Aviator is definitely a must if you want to really build your Warframe for the best. Do, however, skip mods like Adaptation. Because they take way too much time to make it count. You need to be hit 9 times for it to give the full effect, and by 9 times you would have died 10 times over in the duel, so definitely skip those. And the last on the list, we have movement. The main mods being bullet jump boosting mods, preferably the elemental ones, like Firewalker. However, if you do not have mods like Firewalker, you can definitely go for Mobilize, because it will do the job just fine. Here is where things get a bit more tricky. Mobilize, or elemental bullet jumps, have more than just one effect. So Plus 20% the bullet jump does not only increase your bullet jump distance, but also their speed. In addition, it also boosts your rolls. And the rolls are a really great way to move in duels. And when it comes to aerial battles, which is what you'll be doing most of the time, bullet jumps and rolls are really your main ways to move. So definitely mobilize is the best one of the bunch, as long as you get bonus bullet jump. And definitely you can skip things like rush and maglev as less important, because they only have an effect on the ground, even though they're really good on the ground. But you don't want to stay too much on the ground in high level battles, because you'll be an easy target. This is your main shell of duels: mobility, damage reduction, rapid resilience, antitoxin, and the one that I removed, pride sure-footed, or handspring, depending on which one you have. After this, it is honestly up to you. You can use the umbral fiber or umbral vitality instead of the normal ones. You can use quick thinking, primed vigor, armored agility. It is honestly up to you. See which mods suit your playstyle and rock with them. Testing is key. That was the video for today, guys, and with this we conclude the modding session of dueling guides. The following guides will be more gameplay related, as there's a lot more than just mods that goes into dueling, but we'll talk more about those in the next video. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next guide.